Next up at BTC 10 is a lightweight bout between Konstantin Gaivoronskii and Luke Roberts. Luke Roberts is making his professional mixed martial arts debut, but comes into this fight training with the well-respected Niagara Top Team. Luke has himself an extensive wrestling background, having been an OFSA champion in high school and competing with the well-decorated Brock Badgers at the U-Sport level.
I was OFSA champ, I was two-time national champion, I was on the national team when I was a junior. The game plan for him is try to keep it standing. If I feel comfortable there, keep it there. If I want to wrestle and get him on the ground, I know I can do that, so we'll see how it goes, we'll see how it plays out.
Konstantin Gaivoronskii will be making his professional mixed martial arts debut as well. Gaivoronskii is a freestyle wrestler, and he looks to push the pace and take the fight wherever it may be.
Like, I'll go UFC pretty soon. That's why I'm like trying to push my fights in. Like, so I like slap a couple people here and then go like 5 people there to get my belt. If I feel good, I can beat anyone. Some of my training partners told me he's a jiu-jitsu wrestler, so he's probably gonna wrestle. Get the knee in the face. I don't know.
Gaivoronskii, the transplant from Russia, hopes to come away with the victory in his professional debut. It's an exciting bout between two solid prospects at 155 pounds between Luke Roberts and Konstantin Gaivoronskii. His professional mixed martial arts debut, and let's take a look at the tail of the tape here in this very intriguing lightweight bout. Age is pretty much the same. Height's only a 2-inch advantage to Gaivoronskii and a 4-inch reach advantage for Konstantin Gaivoronskii. So to get this one set and underway, let's throw it to our ring announcer, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is in the BTC lightweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. This man stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 155.6 pounds. Making his professional debut, representing Niagara Top Team from St. Catharines, Ontario, Luke the Duke Roberts. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner. This man stands at 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 155.6 pounds. Making his professional debut, representing Toshido MMA from Kelowna, BC, Konstantin Gaivoronskii. And your man in charge of the action is John Cooper.
And we're now about set for this very exciting lightweight bout, and this fight is brought to you by the MMA Chronicles magazine, supporting the growth and development of MMA athletes competing at all levels across North America.
Konstantin said he has no nerves, and I actually believe him now, the way he was sitting there on the cage. 2 nice hard low kicks to start it off here.
Well,
Luke shoots in.
As you said, this guy doesn't lack any confidence, but we got to see what he can do with his wrestling because of the credentials that Roberts brings to the table.
Immediately first shot, Luke gets a nice double leg. Konstantin did a good job of getting his back to the cage. Let's see if he can use it to get up here.
Oh, now Roberts, some good ground and pound.
Gave up his back here on the scramble.
Takes the back, and now Roberts trying to get a hook in here.
He's got the one hook in. He's going to look to make Konstantin carry some of his weight. Tire him out here in the early goings of this one.
Well, obviously, Luke Roberts is like one of the many guys where he planned to maybe actually have a few more amateur fights, but the pandemic just really accelerated his ability to fight as a pro. And good knee there from Roberts.
Nice knee. Got to be careful there when the grounded opponent. Konstantin after the first one put his hand down, and Luke threw another one.
And
Tough to.
I'm going to check if there's a cut. There may be. But it looks to be okay. And I think, yeah, Konstantin definitely, had the 3 points down. So Roberts got to be definitely careful with throwing those knees to the grounded opponent.
Are they giving him I think they're taking a point up right away. Yeah, they are.
1 point lost for Luke Roberts.
Well, no warnings here. They're going right for it. So
let's take a look at the replay, Josh.
So here he's up. He puts his fingers down there, and now he's a grounded opponent, and he threw the strike. It's hard to see where Luke's head is on the opposite side of Konstantin's back, so you might not even be able to see him put his hand down. Unfortunate the way that played out for Luke.
Well, that's not the way you want to make your debut. Unfortunate situation for Luke Robertson. Already loses a point, so
Spinning.
if he wins the round, the most it can be is like a 9-9 round, Josh.
A draw, yeah. Luke shoots in for that single leg here. He's gonna hike it up. Oh, and gets it down.
Good position here from Luke Roberts.
That was a textbook single leg, hiking it up on the shoulder. Now he's doing some nice ground and pound here, and Konstantin's in not a great spot.
Yeah, Gaivoronskii tried to land some hammer fist of his own, but
Didn't get his back.
While losing the points just definitely revved up a fire in Luke Roberts. Both hooks in right now, pushing the head down of Gaivoronskii and trying to take the back and sink in that rear naked choke.
Luke's doing a good job now. He switched that body triangle. Everybody today is switching that body triangle and they take the back, such a secure, tight position. And he's got that seatbelt. He's got the over-under right now. Luke does. Konstantin's doing a good job. He's trying to fight the hands, keep his chin down. And he's going to look to try and get his back to the mat.
You can see when we maybe cut the angle on the camera, the bit of the mouse that's developed on the eye of Gaivoronskii from that knee. But Roberts right now with his ability on the ground and that shaved head, he looks a little like Joe Lozon, Josh.
He does, yeah, you're right.
And Joe was known for his great grappling game, and Luke Roberts kind of following in that trade.
Yeah, Luke's doing a good job here controlling him with the body triangle, with that right leg laced through just for that extra bit of security. But Konstantin's doing a good job here. He's stuck in this position, but he's fighting it off well. He's surviving well. But he's going to try.
He's definitely going to try to torque the body. That could be tight. Switching the hands is Roberts.
He's going to look for a short choke here, maybe. Konstantin's still got his chin down. He's fighting the hands. He's going for 2-on-1 here.
You can hear in Konstantin Gaivoronskii's corner, they're telling him, just keep fighting hands, and so far so good. But that neck is in a bad position right now for Gaivoronskii.
Yeah, he just gave the thumbs up. It's not threatening the choke-wise. It's just more uncomfortable grinding on that jaw and your teeth. Definitely sucks, but Konstantin's not going to tap from that.
No, he's definitely a very tough individual, and he won't tap to the face crank, but as Roberts keeps working his hands and trying to sink that choke in.
Yeah, this is where it might be bad if he can belly down. Luke can flatten his hips out here and really put that pressure on his lower back. He's dropped back down now.
Yeah, trying to get that again, and just good job by Roberts to control where he wants to take the fight on the ground, making Gaivoronskii carry his weight.
Very good positional jiu-jitsu by Luke. Just following him, following his hips, even here.
And those hammer fists as well from the bottom, that definitely aren't fun as well when you're trying to fight a choke.
No, absolutely not. It's just what Luke's doing is just trying to soften him up and try and hopefully Konstantin makes an error and gives up his neck here. But so far, he's doing a good job, Konstantin. He's been stuck here this whole time, but he's surviving and defending well.
You heard the 10-second clapper as this opening round is about to draw to a close. And a round that was all Luke the Duke Roberts, but the only way it can now be scored for Roberts is 9-9 because of the point deduction, Josh.
Yeah, that was definitely Luke Roberts' round all day, but without the point taken away, you're going to be most likely be an even round going into the second.
Well, let's take a look at the replay of the submission attempt that Roberts had, trying to get that rear naked choke, and pretty much what was the majority of this round, Josh.
Yeah, Luke just had great control in the back, just trying to sink in that choke, but like I said, Konstantin did a good job at defending here, and he didn't panic, didn't make any really mistakes.
As Roberts there, you see trying to get that choke in, Josh. What's it got to be like after you've won a round so decisively, but you know that it's got to be even because of a point deduction?
I think Luke's got a great mental toughness. So he knows that, you know, the fight's going in his favor. You know, yeah, that's an even round because of the point deduction, but more of the same will win him this fight. So I think he's going to look to do that again.
So here we go, round number 2 underway.
We'll see if Luke looks to set up a shot here early because he did have so much success on the ground. I'm going to assume he's going to want to get back to the mat.
Yeah, that's definitely where Roberts wants the fight, and Gaivoronskii's going to do everything he can to keep it on the stand-up. And if you see there on the mat, the BTC 11, you know, Josh, I've heard we continue the West Coast trip for this promotion, but Edmonton sometime in August.
That was a little sloppy shot there by Luke, and Konstantin make him pay there. Made a nice left hook for his troubles. And
well,
yes, absolutely. Can't wait to go there, Edmonton and August, BTC 11.
Yeah, it's going to be fun as the ball keeps rolling for BTC Fight Promotions. And
Luke's got he's happy on that single.
That was one of the things Gaivoronskii was kind of hoping for, that there'd be a poor shot attempt from Roberts and he could counter him.
Well, there was 2 there. He's going to look to shoot again. Gaivoronskii's starting to land some good shots. You can see the welts on Luke's left calf already. He said a couple of those hard kicks, you're not going to be able to take them much longer. And it's going to affect everything, your shot abilities, your movement, footwork. But Luke's really trying to drive in here. Oh, somebody's bleeding heavy here now.
Oh, yeah, Luke Roberts is busted open.
Ooh, I think that elbow split him open.
Oh, good takedown from Roberts.
Oh, he's going to give up his back. He's got this one hook so far. He might get a little bit high here. But he's doing a good job with that control. Oh, he might. Ooh, yeah, Luke's a bloody mess here. It's hard to tell where that cut is, but he's leaking really good.
I believe it may be the side of the head, just from those elbows that Konstantin Gaivoronskii landed on him when Roberts was shooting in for the takedown. But you know, Luke,
I think it's on the side of his temple, I think.
Yeah, that's where it's looking from this angle. Oh my goodness.
This is starting to look like a horror movie here.
Yeah. This definitely looks, you know, a nasty crimson mask on Luke Roberts.
And this changes the game too. You know, Konstantin seeing this, it might give him some motivation. And for Luke, he might be worried now that the fight might be stopped. He doesn't know where this cut is really. So whenever you see you're bleeding, you kind of get worried that they're going to stop this fight. So you kind of do everything you can to get that finish as soon as possible. But he's doing a good job here. Nice scramble there. He's still got the back. Luke's going to look to get his other hook in.
Yeah, Roberts once again trying to get the back, and there's the body scissor going for that yet again.
Yeah, he's got it. He's kind of got that half Nelson pressing on the back of Konstantin's head.
Right on our BTC 11 logo. My goodness, look at the face there of Luke Roberts.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure how big the cut is. We can't really tell. But sometimes the smallest cuts, you know, heads bleed so much, especially when you're fighting because your parts racing a mile a minute. Oh, nice job of Konstantin to come up on top in that scramble there. Luke's on his back. Ooh, a nice elbow.
Yeah, big elbow
set
there
up
from
a triangle.
Gaivoronskii.
Luke's setting up that triangle.
Now Konstantin trying to posture up, land some good ground and pound. Here is Gaivoronskii.
He's going to look. Oh, Luke drops back down. Nice sprawl by Konstantin.
Good shot from Gaivoronskii.
Oh, and Konstantin wants him up.
That's smart for Gaivoronskii. That's where he's had the success. He stuffed some takedowns now, so his confidence should be growing.
That was a nice single leg shot by Luke, and Luke's doing a good job here and trying to get this fight back to where he wants it, on top, on the mat.
You just come from such a wrestling pedigree that Roberts does. Like, it's so tough to stop because you know that's what he wants to do, but his credentials are just so high. It's easier said than done.
Yeah, the biggest thing for Luke is his setups. He's got to get a little bit trickier on his setups. He's got to put something in his face. But once he gets a hold of that leg, he's so good at finishing it. You know, that high crouch or the single or even off to the double. You know, now he's got the back here again.
Good hammer fists. trying to soften up Konstantin Gaivoronskii. Can Luke Roberts, with 18 seconds remaining here in the second round, find a way to get a submission? It's going to be tough with that positioning right now, though.
Last 10
Good.
seconds.
Good elbow from Roberts, and you heard from his coach, Chris Prickett. Let's cut him open now.
Little blood for blood.
Oh, there goes the horn, and what a view there of Luke Roberts.
That's a shot that he'll probably put up on the wall for forever there, just a bloody mess. But he's having trouble here. He's looking like he's a little tired here, a little fatigued after those 2 rounds. And I heard Konstantin's corner say, you know, right at the end of that second, we're going to finish him in the third. So they think they're going to come out and Luke's kind of overly fatigued, and they're going to capitalize on it.
Yeah, it's as well, too, like, you know, you're making your debut. You kind of jump-started as we take a look at the nasty cut.
Is it the eye there? I can't. They're holding it on the eye, but it looks like it. If that is where it is, that's a nasty spot.
Yeah, let's take a look at the cut. Yeah, it is right over the left eyebrow of Luke Roberts.
Now the doctors might take a look at this because it might affect the vision of Luke. Oh, I think they're good. Yeah, we're going to the third round.
Yeah, it was the elbow that just got Roberts right above the left eye, and then blood just started gushing out. Oh, just big, good work there from Gaivoronskii as we get back to the live action here. Third round underway.
Ooh, nice toe stab to the body there by Gaivoronskii.
Leg kicks again.
Okay. Luke's got to look to. He's shooting in. Gaivoronskii's got his underhook. He's going to push off, but he's going to give up his back.
Yeah, good work from Roberts. He lost the position one way and just took the back of Gaivoronskii.
Gaivoronskii's doing the correct thing in the first move, but he's letting Luke capitalize on the second, third. And that's how he ends up in this position.
Well, Gaivoronskii, who is definitely the striker in this striker versus grappler bout, doing really well, but got to be careful here, does Roberts.
Luke has to abandon it because he's in deep trouble here.
Oh, Gaivoronskii thought about a kick, but had to be very careful.
I would assume he's probably going to want him to stand up, get him back on his feet.
And just kicking away at the already softened up legs of Luke Roberts.
Yeah, you can see Luke's, especially his lead leg there, the left leg is battered and bruised all up and down the thigh and the calf. He's going to be hurting tomorrow.
I think Gaivoronskii should just step back and let the ref get the fight back on its feet.
Yeah, absolutely. I would, if I was his corner, I'd be telling him to step back, let Luke up. You know, he's got a better chance of finishing this fight on the feet, I believe.
And Gaivoronskii just lets Roberts back up there.
Going for the head kick.
Big head kick attempt from Gaivoronskii. And
it's the scrambles here. Here's where Luke's second and third effort have gotten him the takedown or the back. And he's in that position again. We'll see if he can finish this single leg here. And he does.
Great work, great persistence from Luke the Duke Roberts to once again try to set up getting the hooks in the back of Konstantin Gaivoronskii.
That's those years of training wrestling and just having that will to keep going, even when you're absolutely fatigued and bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, wrestlers are such a different animal. I mean, it's the perfect base to get involved with MMA, and you just saw there just persistence and will was able to finish that takedown.
Absolutely. It just builds that never quit, hard work ethic type attitude. And you know, Luke is obviously super fatigued. He's bleeding everywhere, but he's showing that, you know, he will not quit.
And I don't think you'd expect, especially with some of the guys at the room at Niagara Top Team that he trains with, where, you know, quitting is never instilled in any gym, but especially Niagara Top Team.
No, and Luke's one of those guys. He's just that nutty, crazy guy that just keeps going so tough. And you can see it here. He's doing a good job. He's controlling the back here, Konstantin. And Konstantin, like I was saying, he was doing the right thing in that first move. I was sprawling, but he hangs out there and he lets Luke get attached and he climbs up his body. And now he's stuck here, giving up his back again. Luke's jumping the back here. We'll see if he can. Oh, did a good job. I thought he might be getting a little too high, but his hips are back far enough.
Trying to keep setting up that. I think Gaivoronskii, though, has done very well for all that constant pressure. He's, you know, fought off some of these chokes, and it's just the positioning that he keeps losing.
Yeah. You know, it's just it's little corrections. I think he could have, you know, be winning this fight instead of, you know, having to fight off Luke on his back this whole time.
Yeah, it's a tough with a guy with that constant pressure just coming on you, and you know, you do everything you can to do everything right, but just too much determination to get that last single leg takedown as Robert's trying to flatten out and stretch out Gaivoronskii.
And at the higher you up in levels you go, the harder it is to land that first takedown. You know, usually the takedown comes on the second, third, fourth attempt, and that's what we're seeing here. You know, Luke had some sloppier shots, especially that second and third round, but his second and third attempts of trying to get it is what got him this back position.
And he continues to have the beautiful position, you know, short little shots, softening up. They're not maybe hurting Gaivoronskii, but they're just more annoying, and he's trying to set up the takedown. But all in all, very impressive debut here for Luke Roberts with 41 seconds remaining in the bout.
And Luke's hunting for that rear naked here. Again, Konstantin's fighting the hands, just like in the first round. It's going to be harder to submit here with all the sweat, and especially the blood. You know, it makes things super slippery.
Yeah, the mixture of those, you know, perspiration and blood, that always makes for a slippery slope and tough to get these chokes later on in a fight.
I guess if we finish this fight off here with the last 10 seconds, you know, with the point deduction, how do you score this fight?
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting. It's one of those fights where you're happy you're not a judge.
Absolutely.
And there's an elbow to the side of the face of Gaivoronskii, and the horn goes. That ends this bout between Konstantin Gaivoronskii and Luke the Duke Roberts.
Yeah, it's one of those fights where, you know, I think the more damage was done by Konstantin, but there was a lot more control and better position work from Luke. And then obviously the point deductions, you know, throw that in the mix. It makes for some interesting scorecards.
And we've seen some interesting scorecards already this weekend from the commission here in BC, so I'm very interested to see how they score this one. I mean, Josh, obviously you've been in there, you've been in fights like that. How would you score it, considering, you know, what's your unofficial scorecard?
Overall I had Luke winning the fight, but with that point deduction, I could definitely see there possibly being a draw. We'll see how it plays out. I think Luke probably won that third round. The second round was very close, and Luke won the first, but minus the point, it's a draw. So I'm gonna guess it's gonna go to draw. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm leaning that. It could be that way, but let's take a look at the end of the fight. This little flurry with Gaivoronskii having his back taken.
Yeah, a good finish by Luke here on the back. You know, he had the back so many times in this fight, and just, you know, positionally sound.
Yeah, it's going to be so tough to see how you score and what the judges are looking for, too. That's one of the things that, as you said before, it changes per wherever you have an event.
Yep, and they're taking a while to get these scorecards here, so it's definitely a tough one. And also, sometimes the blood is a factor. Seeing a bloody mess like that, it might sway the judges a bit, unfortunately, for Luke's favor, but we'll see what they decide.
And there's Konstantin showing off his wound from that illegal knee that Roberts threw. Well, the judges have rendered their scorecards, so let's see what they have decided. Let's throw it up to our ring announcer, Ryan Ventura, to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, I have your judges' scorecard. Judge number 1 scored the fight 28-27, red. Judge number 2 scored the fight 28-28. And judge number 3 scored the fight 28-28 for a majority draw.
Let's do it again.
This war, this battle between Konstantin Gaivoronskii and Luke the Duke Roberts just goes to show how big of a factor a point deduction in a fight can be.
Oh, it's huge, right? If Luke didn't get that, you know, he probably would have got the win, you know, with most likely 2 rounds to 1. But yeah, with the point deduction, you know, I could definitely see that being a draw. It was a close fight. You know, the more damage was done by Konstantin, and more positional awareness was done by Luke. So close fight, but a great one.